Hi everyone, my name is Wendy and I'm with your Career Services office here at Kaplan University. Have you done MoveNotes yet with your students? You should be doing MoveNotes. It's a really great way to reach out to students on a more personal level. You're watching a MoveNote right now. This little tutorial is going to teach you how to do a MoveNote and give you some great information on making them perfect every time. First, a little bit of background. I've put up on the screen here a nice quote from Glenn Walton, a business faculty member here. Glenn is the one who found this neat tool, these MoveNote presentations, and started using them with his students. Career Services has definitely run with these, and we use MoveNote presentations a lot. Glenn says that MoveNotes create value and engagement to an otherwise nameless and faceless environment. And some urgency. MoveNote presentations definitely put your face out there in front of the students, and they can really connect with you as you're talking them through whatever the slide is that they're looking at. So, Career Services loves using MoveNotes. We use MoveNotes for resume and cover letter review. We use MoveNotes simply to introduce ourselves to newer students or to online students so that they have a face to put with the voice and the constant emails. So here we go. This is how you create a MoveNote presentation. The first time you do a MoveNote, you need to start out in your Google Drive. Remember, you get to your Google Drive by going to these little squares through your email or your calendar screen, whichever you have open. Just find this little 9-square block. Click on that and select the drive, and that's going to bring you to this screen right here. This is my personal Google Drive. Over on the right-hand side, you have a red button that says Create. When you select Create, on mine, because I've used MoveNotes already, my MoveNote presentation comes right up. What you're going to have to do if you've never used MoveNotes before is go to Connect More Apps. Once you get into Connect More Apps, and Google has a wealth of applications that you can connect to your Gmail and to your documents, some really fun and interesting things in there. But you're going to want to search up MoveNote. You have to type in MoveNote as one word. If you type it in as 2 words, you will not find it. You're going to get several different MoveNote selections. I used the MoveNote for Education, and that one works great. Once it downloads the app, and it does not download it to your computer, it downloads the information into your Google Drive. Once you download that information, it's going to ask you to connect to your email, and that's fine to do. All it wants to do is use that as your login. And then it will be ready to go. The first time you do it, it's going to go directly into creating a MoveNote. The second time you do it, you're going to have to go to your Create, and you'll see this little blue button here, and that's where you select MoveNote presentation. Okay, the first screen you see looks like this. Hey, there's me. You have a video screen. The first time you do it, it's going to ask for permission to use your camera. Just simply select yes, and there is a button at the bottom that if you check off, you don't have to say yes every time you go to use your camera. So check those two. I actually got a pop-up at the first time I did this that just, again, do you want to let this application use your camera? I guess it didn't like me just selecting the box, so it wanted to be sure, but I've never had that pop up again. So there is your camera. This is what you'll see. You'll see yourself on camera, and this is what your page looks like. So how to add slides. The first thing you want to do is add your slides, and you do want to be kind of organized and know what you have for slides. The first time you do it, you select that blue button, and it comes up with Computer or Google Drive. Now, the things I've found is that it is much better to use PDF files or even a JPEG file. The times I've tried to upload Word documents or Google Docs, they don't retain their shape. So if you have tables or anything like that, they might be off. So I have found that just simply converting things into PDF works great. Everything stays the same shape it's supposed to stay in, and your information isn't lost. So PDF files do download better. Add all of your slides. Even if you're not sure of the order of slides at this point, add everything in because you can play around with it. You can change the order of slides once they are uploaded. And even after you've done your filming, you can change the order of the slides. You cannot change the video once you've completed it, though. So the first time you upload a file, you will go right from your computer. If you need to add any additional files, you're going to see a black bar at the top. And one of the things is add slides. It's a little plus sign, and it does say add slides. You select that, and it will bring you back to your files. So once you have uploaded the files, you can change the order. You do that by going to the black bar, and there's a spot that says reorder, and that brings you to a page that has some very small thumbnail images of the documents that you've uploaded. It's hard to see them though. So one of the things I like to do if I'm dealing with a lot of slides is I'll print them off and have them in my hands so that I can kind of order them and make sure that they're in the order that I want them to be in. And it does have the number as to how they were uploaded. So if it was file number 4 that was uploaded, it'll stay file number 4. So once you've got your slides in order, and you can also move some to the trash bin if you decide not to use them. Once you've got your slides in order, then you can start your filming. So a couple of things. Please make sure your space is quiet. This does record every sound it hears. Check your lighting. It doesn't have to be perfect, certainly not filming a blockbuster movie, but you don't want any funny shadows in the background, anything that will distract the viewer. It helps if you make notes about what you're going to be saying, and I find that using little stickies stuck to my computer screen is a great way to give myself just an outline of what I'm going to be saying. And that way I'm not looking all over the place, looking down at my notepad, that sort of thing. You always want to try to keep looking at the screen. Another helpful trick is to place your mouse and cursor on the arrow buttons that will move you from slide to slide. Right now we're on slide 6 of 12. I've got my mouse on the arrow button, and that way I don't have to be looking for it. Try to keep eye contact with the camera. You don't have to look directly at the camera. Right now I am looking at myself. I'm looking straight at that picture box, and that does tend to give you a pretty straight on view. If you have to look around, make sure it's simply to the screen. You can look at what you're reading, and you can also highlight what you're reading. I'm making this red highlight line by holding my mouse and clicking and dragging, so I can make little swirls and patterns and circle around something that I want to highlight as I'm talking about it, or simply underline. It's a great tool just to make something pop out. Now remember, your finished file is going to be a flip of what you're seeing on the screen as you film it. So don't say the file to your left, because it will end up being the file to your right. So once you start filming, you're going to hit the start button, and it's going to give you a 3, 2, 1 countdown, and then you start. You can pause if you need to. When you pause, what it does is it goes back to the original, the first screenshot, the first slide that was there, and then it won't change until you select the next one. So you don't actually see that happen, but that's what it does on the finished products. So I'm going to pause it. Once I paused it, I hit resume, which is the red button, and then I got the 3, 2, 1 count again, and you should be seeing slide number 1 to your left. And now I'm going to change to my next screenshot, and it should go directly there. If you have any issues when you're filming, you can start over. If you click start over, you lose your video, but you don't lose your documents, which is great, especially if you've put them in order and, let's say you cough or you break into laughter as you're filming this, which has never happened to me. It's a great way just to start over. So click Start Over. It'll ask you twice if you want to start over, just to be sure, and then you get the 3, 2, 1 count again. When you are finished, you select Save and Preview, and it will take some time for it to save depending on how big your file is, and it's going to bring you to your archive. Here in your archive is where all of your MoveNote presentations are kept. Your archive is not a part of Google Drive. You have to actually go into the MoveNote feature to find your archive. So just remember that. You can access it from any computer, though, any place your Google Drive is. Now, in your archive, you can make folders, you have individual presentations, and you have some neat tricks and tools to use inside here as well. This is what mine looks like. And this file right here, I just want to show you right here, this is the Google email, the Gmail button. If you wanted to just simply send that send that off by Gmail, you just click that button and it's going to give you a pop-up window for Gmail and you can email it on. You can also, by going to your options button, inside your options you get a bunch of things here. You can also embed the MoveNote. And embedding the MoveNote, you can use an HTML link, you can simply send them the URL, and you can also paste it as an HTML onto a web page. You can put MoveNotes on Facebook. You can also put MoveNotes on LinkedIn. So it's a really great tool to reach students and just spread the word about things that are happening. So back to here to your options. One of the fantastic things about MoveNotes is you can view statistics and see how many people have viewed your file. So when you click View Statistics, this box pops up, and I apologize, it is very small what you're looking at right now. I did screenshots, but here it tells me how many people by Gmail or how many times by Gmail it was viewed. So this particular file was viewed 22 times. That does not mean 22 individual viewers. It just means that 22 people watched it. But this is a great tool if you send something specifically to one student, you know if they've watched it or not. So it's perfect if you're trying to share that information that they really need to listen to, they need to see. There's also another way to tell. If you look in this corner right here, and again, I apologize for the shots being so small. This right here has a little gray box in the bottom corner, and that tells me right away how many people have viewed the screenshot, which is great. Have viewed the MoveNote, which is great because I don't even have to open up the statistics. I can see if 1 or 2 people have viewed it. So that's how you make a MoveNote. You name the presentation in the top left-hand corner, and your students can also download the documents. Anything that has been put in at the very bottom when they are viewing it, there's a black bar and there's a little download arrow, and it downloads the documents as a PDF bundle. So if you wanted to download all my screenshots, it would download 12 pages in a PDF file. Great tool for sharing that information. So if you have any questions about how to do a MoveNote, please stop by your Career Services office. We've become pretty proficient in making them, and we would love to help you out. Thank you so much.